Hello, welcome back to Keto Homestead with Jess. This was not planned, this is a pop-up, so we'll see if anybody shows up. And then while I'm waiting for people to show up, I'm going to bring up my YouTube side of things. Let's see what happens. See if anybody is up this fine morning. Just heard my notification go off on the other phone in the living room. Hey Christina, good morning to you. How are you doing? Hope you are well. What's going on in your side of the world? I'm not doing anything right now. I'm just waiting. I got to go to town here in about 35-40 minutes. I have an appointment this morning that I got to go to. So yeah, I figured I'd come on here and talk a little bit, let everybody know I'm still alive and kicking. I'm okay. Yes, you live. Hey Tiger, good to see you. Yeah, so I've been getting lots of emails and concerns if I was okay and what was going on. So I figured I'd just pop on here today real quick and let you guys know that I'm still alive. I'm still here. Hey Gemma, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. But yeah, I'm still here. I'm kicking. I'm going through, I don't know, going through a rough time right now. So, but I did want to let you know I am fine. I'm still around. I don't know if I'm coming or going yet. Just trying to keep my head on my shoulders and take one day at a time right now. Thank you, Gemma. I appreciate that. Not yet, but hopefully I will get there soon. Hey, Moonlight. Good to see you, too. Glad everybody's popping in. I wasn't sure anybody would show up. Me going live on a whim like this. Here's a link if anybody wants to come up and chit-chat. Like I said, I'll only be on here for about 30 minutes. I have an appointment to go to here in a little bit, so I'll have to hop off here and make sure Barrett's up and moving so that I'm not late. There is the StreamYard link in the chat if anybody wants to click on it and jump up and say hello. Thank you, Moonlight. Hugs to you, too. Yesterday was nasty, you guys. It was so overcast and cloudy and rainy. And there was at one point I walked outside and it was nothing but sleet. I'm like, what the heck? This weather is insane. Peanut, good to see you. I'm busy, so I'll be in and out. That's all right. Peanut's always busy. He's always on the go-go. It'll all work out for the best. Thank you, Tiger. I appreciate that. Hey, Howie, good to see you. Food Force Permaculture is in the house. So yeah, the StreamYard link is in the chat. If anybody wants to jump up, say, hey, chit chat for a minute. Like I said, I can't stay on too long, but I know I have been missed here on YouTube. So I just wanted to jump in and let you guys know I am okay. Let's see what else has been going on. So I wanted to go and plant my seedlings, get everything going. And we had a horrible storm the other day, and it literally ripped off all 4 sheets of my polycarbonate off the roof of the greenhouse. So I don't know. I don't know if I need to get longer screws, longer nails, or what's going on. Hey, Roaming Prepper, good to see you. Can't stay. Wanted to say hello. Be safe, all of you. Well, thank you so much for stopping in. I appreciate it. Drenda's Crafty Corner, hello and welcome. Good to see you. Yeah, so and that really put a damper in things. So I can't start my seedlings because this is Ohio and we are still cold. and I can't trust to start those seedlings without a roof. So I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. Barrett is starting to have lots of pain in his back. We don't know if that is from back issues, back pain right now, or if the big C is back. He does not want to go to the hospital, which I don't blame him. He doesn't want to get checked out or anything. I mean, I can't really hold it against him, but that's another thing, a big weight on our shoulders. He said that if he doesn't start feeling better by next month, he'll go in and get checked out. So we will see what happens with that. I showed all my starts that are going so far on my live the other day. Oh, sorry I missed that, Tiger. I haven't been on YouTube at all. I mean, I get the notifications on my phone and see everybody going live or posting videos and things like that. But I just, between the seasonal depression and everything we're just going through, I just have no motivation. I don't want to be on YouTube at this moment. I just don't want to do anything. And I'm trying to get out of that funk right now. Thank you, TH2. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Carl, good to see you too. Thank you all for popping in. Girl, you have stuff going on. I get it. No worries. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Like I said, I'm just trying to take a breather and just take it day by day, which sometimes is hard. Hard to do that when your brain just wants to constantly work. But yeah, that's basically it. There's really nothing going on other, on the homestead or anything. Nothing exciting. Just cold, dreary weather right now. The animals, chickens, the turkeys and stuff are all locked up and they're just settled away waiting for spring. I'm in the studio preparing tomorrow's live stream. You look great today. Thank you, Tiger. I went yesterday. Most of you know I let my girls either cut my hair or Barrett cut my hair. And this last time he cut my hair and he like literally chopped it to pieces. So, hey, Moonlight.
Hey, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good. You want to see the horsies? Maybe that'll make you feel better.
Yes, of course. I always want to see horsies. They're so pretty. Look at that big nose. I just want to poke his nose.
It's Lloyd. That one's Rip.
Oh. It's so freaking beautiful.
They're finishing up their hay. Just got through feeding them.
Yeah, maybe that's when I need a vacation to your place so I can come ride horsies.
I know, it's beautiful here today. I think we're getting up to 80 something. I'm gonna give Lloyd his first bath today.
Wow.
So like with like soap. Shampoo.
Yeah.
So
Peanuts
because it's when it was clear at night, I didn't want to do it,
Yeah. Especially with the weather, you never know what it's going to be.
Yeah, but now our lows are like in the upper 60s. So
oh, okay. Well, you're good then.
I think we're done. Oh yeah, yeah.
Peanuts putting seeds in the ground.
Grass is coming in, and
hey, Henry, Leslie, good to see you. We're supposed to hit the 70s today. TH2 says, which I'm excited about the sunshine coming out.
oh, that's nice.
I'm gonna try to soak up as much sun as I can today. Hi, Independent Minnie. Good to see you.
That's what
popping in.
You need some vitamin D.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've been taking my vitamin D every day, but it's just I don't think it's enough or something. I don't know. Tiger says that's what our highs were yesterday. Yankee Kyle, good morning. It kept saying yesterday we were like 40. I think it was like 46 yesterday. It kept saying, but I was so cold. It did not feel like 46 at all.
Ooh, that's still cold. Yeah, I think we're gonna get to 87 or 88 today. It's just pretty. That's too hot right now. We didn't get a spring. We just went from one to the other.
Dorinda says a high of 12 today. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so yesterday.
Is my signal going in and out?
No, you're fine. I can hear you just fine. The picture kind of freezes.
Is my signal going in and out?
Did you hear me? I can hear you just fine so far, but your picture does freeze.
Yeah, I might be too far from the.
So yesterday, what I was saying is I went to the salon and I got my hair trimmed. What was that? I got some type of notification. I got my hair trimmed for the first time in years. It felt so amazing.
Oh, wow.
And the girl, she's a little bit younger than me. She French braided my hair for free, which was awesome. I can't French braid, so I have to have somebody else do it for me.
How much did you get cut off?
It ended up being 1.5 inches because I don't know if you remember, but I had Barrett cut it last time. And when he cut it,
I remember that.
Yeah, he put it in a ponytail and he was like, so there were like so many different cuts.
Oh,
geez. So she just went with the highest cut and it ended up being like 1.5 inches, which isn't bad.
It's not bad at all because you have so much hair. Oh my goodness.
And it grows so fast. It'll be back before summer.
Wow.
And what else did I do yesterday? Oh, I went and took myself tanning. And I was trying to get that warmth from the sun, make myself feel better. I only went for 6 minutes. I burnt the heck out of myself. Last night, I'm like sitting on my bed like, oh, I'm so hot. My face is hot. My shoulders are hot.
Oh my goodness. I remember doing that when I lived in Michigan. I was like, tried it out and it was just so weird to me because I had never done it. I was used to Florida. But I was like, I got to do something. And it would always be in February. Like by February, in Michigan, I was like so bummed out. I was like, you have to get me home. I have to get some sun.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt so weird to be in a like cylinder.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I like this.
Well, and that's the thing, like my washers, or not my washer, but my dryer isn't hooked up right now. I got a newer dryer. Well, not a newer, but I got a hand-me-down dryer, I guess you could say. And it doesn't connect to the outlet that I have. The plug-in and the outlet don't work. So the laundromat I went to had a tanning bed in there, like 3 or 4 tanning beds. And I'm like, well, I'll just dry the clothes and then I'll tan. Hey, Gemma, good to see you.
Hey.
Well, the tanning beds that they have are like the ones you lay down in and they swoop. Like if you've ever went tanning, they swoop like this. I got in that stupid tanning bed and laid there for 6 minutes. And when it was time to get out, I'm like in there for like 10 minutes trying to pull myself out. I'm like, oh my God, this is a horrible idea because of my back. I couldn't like roll out of the stupid tanning bed. How are you doing, Gemma?
Really good. I'm okay. I've just been relaxing. It's been a bit stressful this end. It's my nan was recently in hospital for 9 days. She had an infection and it drove her a bit loopy, and she was saying some stuff that was and it's kind of upset me and stressed out my mum. But she's got carers going in now every day, twice a day, to do her meds and stuff. So
is her mind better now, though?
Going in because yeah, a little bit. I still feel a bit worried about her because she's very independent. She's 84. She'll be 85 this year in July, and she's very old school, I guess you could say. She's very against having carers in. She's like, I'm not having carers in my house. I'm doing it myself. I don't need carers. And my mum was like, well, you do, because you've been ill for 10 days. You've been in hospital. You haven't been able to do anything for yourself. And my nan's like, I don't want carers. And she's like, well, if you don't have carers, you're not going home. So she ended up being stuck in hospital for 10 days because she refused to have carers. And now she's back down and said, oh, okay, maybe I will have them. So
Well,
she's
that's
back down
good.
now and agreed to do it. But it took us like 2 weeks of convincing her. We're like, look, please, if you want to get home, have the carers go in. No, 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 no. I'm like, please, Nana, if you want to come home, have the carers. She's like, no, 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 no. And then finally I spoke to her today and she's like, oh, my carers are here. And I'm like, really? Like, it took us nearly 3 weeks to convince you? Like,
My
really?
mom did the same thing, Gemma. Same exact thing.
I
Just
would
so
hate.
independent.
I would hate it with whoever's around me when I'm old, because I'm one stubborn woman. It'll be
Me
like
too.
heck trying to get me in to get taken care of, because I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
be
not
like,
my nan. I'm very stubborn and very independent. Like, I don't blame her for not wanting them, but at the same time, because of how serious the infection was and we nearly lost her at one point, we've given her no choice. We've basically said, do you want to die? And she's like, no, of course I don't. I'm like, well, agree to have carers then. She's like, well, do I have to? I'm like, yes, because you nearly died in hospital. Do you want to be gone already? She's like, no. I'm like, then stop it. So
well,
now she's back down.
the type of infection she had, you think that she would be hurting so bad that she would want that help. But I don't know, with the confusion mixed in with it. I wonder
Yeah,
if,
the confusion was so bad. That's what we were scared of, because when we went to see her for the first time and she was in after, we couldn't see her until 3 days in. And I went to visit her and they put on this ward that's completely inappropriate. It was like there was women screaming, there was men running around half naked, and I'm like, why the hell is she on this ward? Like, what?
yeah.
It was just inappropriate. And we made the concern to the nurse that, well, there's nowhere else to put her. I'm like, so you put her on a ward with dementia patients. She hasn't got dementia. She's fully functional to the best of my ability. I said, and you'll put her on a dementia ward with people going in and out of her room all the time. I said, that's really dodgy. I said, it shouldn't be like that. But unfortunately, the UK system is backwards.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if the confusion outweighs the pain of that infection.
Yeah, I think it did for a little while, because the first like 4 days that she was in there, she was very confused. She was telling people she could see dead people. She was saying that she could hear voices. She was telling people that there was people trying to kill her and other stuff. And I'm like, Nan, there's no one here. What are you on about? And she said, yes, there is. There's someone trying to strangle me. I was like, Nan, there's not. There's no one here. And she was like, Gemma, I swear, I can feel hands around my throat. And I'm like, Nan, there's no one here. I said, the
Oh,
only
that's
people that you're next
sad.
to are the nurses.
Was that Moonlight?
That's so sad.
Like, the infection did her so badly. Like, it literally took over her whole body for a while. It was literally the first like 4 or 5 days of her being in there. She was completely dopey. She was completely not herself. She was shouting irate things. She was refusing to eat, refusing to drink. And I had to actually go in there with some sandwiches and fruit for her. And I'm like, look, eat, because I know you haven't been eating. I had to sit there and literally force her to have a sandwich. I had to literally force feed it to her. I'm like, I'm not leaving here till you've at least a quarter of this sandwich. I had to literally sit there and force feed her because she hadn't eaten.
My mother-in-law, she had gotten really confused and irritated and angry, and they ended up that it was the meds that she was on. And once they removed the meds, they had changed her meds, and once they removed them, she was back to herself. So it
Yeah.
was the meds that were making her all hostile and confused and
Yeah,
having
that's what we're
hallucination.
thinking. Because they put her on 3 new sets of meds, which I don't know why the hell they put her on 3 new sets of meds, because she's already on heart medication for her angina. She's already on blood pressure pills for her blood pressure. She's already on water pills. And now they put her on another 3 new sets of pills on already what she's already taking. I'm like, she's going to be completely dosed up to her eyeballs. Like, she's not going to know what the hell she's doing.
Well, over here we have like elder care, and we went to them and said, listen, this is from my mom, not my mother-in-law. My mom is on so much meds. We need to figure out what we can wean and what's necessary and what side effects are attributing to different symptoms that she is getting new meds. So they assigned us a nurse that specializes in meds, and then they review everything and see what they can wean and what, she worked with my mom and worked with the meds, and we got it to where it was somewhat under control. She still was taking buku meds, but at least it was we felt like we were proactive in doing something to cut down on the meds.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they have something like that over there where you have a trained person that, helps you look at the different meds and stuff.
Yeah, that's
because
what
that's
her
the thing that
carers are
helped.
doing. They've sent out a they call them a community team nurse. So basically, the nurse will go around there twice, 3 times a week, set out her meds in a little weekly box. So she has a Monday to Sunday box, and each day will be her pills put in this box, and then she's just told to take them each day that she has them in her box, and then a carer will go in and double check that everything's labelled and that she's taken them, and make sure that her weight and blood pressure is stable and all that kind of stuff. But she's so not happy. I spoke to her today and she's like, I don't understand why these people have to interfere in my space, my house. She's like,
I'll be right back.
I want to be left alone. Okay. I've had 10 days of being prodded and poked and non-sleeping. I'm like, yeah, I understand that, Nan. But the thing is, you were that badly ill, you had to go there. There was no choice. We tried looking after you for the first 3 or 4 days when you were ill, and we thought you were doing all right. And all of a sudden, you just went downhill very quickly. And then we had no choice but to put you in the hospital. And now she's holding that against me and my mum, because it's like, she thinks that we've done it on deliberately to hurt her. I'm like, no, we didn't do it deliberately to hurt you. We did it because it's your best welfare to go in there.
Right. It's very, it's very hard to reverse those roles and start making those decisions, and it's not easy.
No, it's not. It's funny that you guys.
No, it's not. My nan, I know my nan loves me and stuff. Don't get me wrong. I know she's better now. She's at home and she's got the carers and stuff. But it did hurt me for the 10 days that she was nearly in there. She felt like the family had let her down, and she felt disappointed. She was upset. She was very angry, and that hurt me. So I was like, we didn't do this deliberately. We did this to get you better. We did this to get you help. We weren't doing it to stick you in a hospital and leave you alone. It was the fact you were so ill and frail, we had to, that you were losing so much weight. It was
here in the U.S., they actually have a grieving program for families that have to put their loved ones in hospitals or nursing homes, because those are the tactics that the elderly will put the family through, this huge guilt trip to get them out of there. And they actually have a 6-step program to help families be aware what's to expect and stuff.
Yeah, it's all good, and I'm trying to kind of process it myself and think, well, is there anything that we could have done quicker to help her? But at the same point, it was no option. It was to the point where my nan was not eating. She was drifting in that consciousness a lot. She was very, very dopey, and we had no choice but to admit her into the hospital. We didn't want to do it, but at the same time, she hasn't been in hospital since she had a heart attack back in 99, I think it was, when she had her last heart attack. And
that probably brought up a lot of fear.
She was like, I'm not going back in the hospital. I was like, so yeah, it's. And
yeah,
I've just been working on some content.
She did not want to go at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I think also another thing that upset her was the fact that this was so quick after our family from Australia went back home, because they were here for 3 months on holiday. And then the day that we said goodbye to them, she fell ill. And then within a week of them being gone, she ended up being put in hospital. So all the family were kind of panicking. Was this something that happened so quickly? So we've just been really on top of it and trying to deal with it. But how are you, Gypsy? It's good to see you.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. The weather is nice, which is I'm glad about, and starting to be outside more, which I love. And
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go see some grandkids. I was going to go this weekend, but I think I'm going to go next weekend and go and see
Okay.
them. And yeah, everything's good. Doing really good.
I think
Good.
that's what
It's
I
my.
need.
I'm gonna be.
I need to find a baby that I can Google over.
I've got nephews Day this weekend. My nephew Kai will be 10 this Sunday. So I've got a family birthday party for him on Sunday that I'm going to. So he'll be 10, which is so bizarre. It makes me feel so much more old than I am. It's like knowing I've got a 10-year-old nephew. It's kind of scary.
I know.
I have a nephew
The day
that's
he was
54.
born,
That's
Oh,
really
wow.
freaks me out because I was 2 when he was born. So it's like, oh my God.
Isn't that
it's like the
crazy?
other day, my
Like the
nephew.
older, like every
Oh,
birthday that passes, the older you feel. Like it
I
comes up
know.
so
Yeah,
fast.
so the other day, my nephew, cheeky little slighter, he comes up to me and he goes to me, Auntie Gemma, can I tell you something? I was like, yeah. He goes, can I brush your hair? Because he likes to brush my hair for me. You see, I'm like, yeah, go on then, get the comb. So he's brushing my hair and he looks through my head and he looks at me. He goes, Auntie Gemma. I'm like, yeah, what? And he looks at me. He goes, you've got grey hair. You're old. And I'm like,
Oh my goodness.
thanks.
Yeah.
I'm like, you cheeky little sod. I'm like, what?
Mhm.
And he goes, you've got grey hairs. Look, Auntie Gemma, you're old. And I'm like, shut up, dude.
Don't
I'm
feel
like,
bad,
thanks.
Gemma. I'm going through the same thing. Every time my girls get close to me, they're like, Mom, your gray hair is getting thicker and
Hey,
thicker. I'm
Yankee.
like, leave me alone. My
Yeah, it's
goodness.
the way he said it. He was like, Auntie Gemma, you're old. And I was just like, thanks. Like, really? I go, well, Kai, I am nearly 35. Like, I'm 35 in a few months' time. And he goes, you're gonna be grey soon. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, my
It's just
youngest,
the
she'll
way
be 29 in a couple days. I can't even believe it.
Yeah, that's crazy. You don't even look like you have kids that are that old.
I know my oldest just turned 34.
It's
Oh,
crazy.
it
Yeah,
is.
for me, there's in my family, there's me who's the oldest, and my sister who'll be 31 in April, and then there's my brother who will be 23 in July. So there's 3 of us. But yeah,
Yeah, I have 3 too.
All right, you guys. I'm sorry to cut this so short, but I gotta go. It's 10:30. I gotta get on the road.
All right. Well, don't be
okay.
a
Thank you for
stranger. I
having
hope
me.
everything goes well. And
Love you. See you, Gypsy.
yeah, good to see everybody too.
Yeah,
So,
I'll try to
Take
get
care.
back
Have
on
a good
here
day.
maybe later today or something. Maybe tomorrow.
yeah.
Jess, I'll give you a call later if you're going to be around. I'll give you a call.
I won't be back to my house until probably about 2:30. So I don't know what time that is your time, but around 2:30 p.m. here.
Well, be careful peopling. It's crazy out there.
It is.
Okay.
All right, you
All
guys. Blessings and
right.
love.
All
Bye.
right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.